What's happening, y'all? This is David Banner. Today, what we're going to talk about is pain and forgiveness. I spoke about a year ago about black men, especially, not having any place to rest. Like, shit, we got to worry about the cops. We got to worry about our folks, white folks. You know, what neighborhood you in, what fucking color you wear. You know, like I asked the person one time, like, name a place in America first where a black man could go and rest. And then I heard one answer that was dope. One dude say a graveyard. And I was like, damn, you got to die to get rest? He was like, nah. He said, bro, sometimes I go sit in the actual graveyard, you know, and don't nobody mess with me. So one of the things I was thinking about, man, whether you folk, Vice Lord, Crip, or Blood, how about we try forgiving each other, man? Like, just stop. Just take a month out. You know, 9 times out of 10, if somebody done killed one of your homeboys, you done killed one of theirs, and back and forth. And a lot of times we do a lot of shit we don't have no business doing, so how about we forgive each other, you know, so we can really start getting some shit right, man, because it's so tiring, man. We can't even get to the real war because of the battles that we fight amongst each other. You know, you can't even, you know, get to the worldly problems because there's so many local problems with ourselves. So like just quit it for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let it go. And it's crazy because a lot of people in our community, I call them Ku Klux Klan members, and they don't even know it. Like, you do the work for them. Like, they don't have to do anything. So how about we forgive each other, man, and try to get some solidarity, because in most cases, the organizations that we're a part of, they used to be community help groups. They used to be to defend black people from white folks. You know what I'm saying? So like let's try forgiving each other and just starting over, you know, and finding a way for us to protect each other. You know, another thing that one of my homeboys was talking about, and it actually came from one of Killer Mike videos. One of my homeboys said, man, from Chicago, his name is Aaron Cook. We call him Buds. He used to blow real big in college, smoke a lot of weed. But he said something, man, that was so dope. He said, imagine if we can get these young men to keep their hustle, right? Let's say the ones that sell dope, right? Keep their hustle, right? He said, but imagine if they sold organic food. He's like, let's say if you put them in $10 and $20 bundles, right? He said, because think about it. He said, when you sell drugs, there's only so many people in your neighborhood that's selling drugs. I mean, that's smoking, right? He said, so you either got to get more people in your neighborhood to smoke, or you got to kill other people or hurt other people who hustling too in order for you to come up. He said, but imagine, bro, if you took the same hustle and started selling like organic fruits and vegetables in $10 and $20 bundles. He said that you would be helping your constituency to live. And I was like, damn, that's true. I never thought about it. He said, but when people do stuff right, they don't have the same aggressive tendencies. They don't go at it the same way. And I was like, fuck, bro, I never really even thought about it like that. And then I thought about this. I was like, bro, think about the fact that in most cases, the things that we do hurt our own community. Like, let's say, you know, like if y'all remember watching The Godfather and when they would start first talking about crack, right? And they was like, man, take that shit over there to the niggas. They literally said that. Don't sell that in our neighborhood. Like, even when we rob and steal, like we rob and steal in our own communities, why don't we go to other people's community and do that shit? Not that I'm telling you to do that, but I never really thought about that, man. I was like, yo, that's really real. Then I also thought about the fact that, like, where's black people's army? Like, the groups and organizations that would be our backup in our army have now invested in terrorism of their own community. So it's like we don't even have the backup of the organizations that would normally protect us or help us, because now they in the business of hurting their own or keeping their own high. And I never really thought about that. I was like, damn, that's a cold game. You know, what if we flipped it and used that aggression to sell stuff that helps our people live? Then our community would perpetually get better. I was like, yo, I never thought about that. You know, and it's just something for us to think about, man. The other thing I want to talk to y'all about is a lot of these little young white cats that's real crunk off of Trump, especially on these college campuses. They're not bothering black men, they're bothering black women. And when I was at the University of Kentucky, I went to talk to a couple of Qs, and I was like, bro, I'm charging y'all, man, to protect our women. You know, because a lot of these cowards, you know, they either get in groups and jump on one dude, or one dude will mess with a black woman. And we got to stop that shit, bruh. We got to send out a message to everybody, is if you touch our women in any way, that we coming down. Like, really, really, really coming down. That's really what was on my mind this morning. I just wanted to hit y'all with that. You know, and all my folks in the country towns, bruh, like, y'all are who I want to focus on, man. A lot of people ask us, or ask me, why it take me so long to bring the God Box to the bigger cities. The reason is because I want to do opposite to what most rappers do. Like, I want to go to Monroe. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to where I'm from, Jackson, Birmingham. I want to go to places where the movement started. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to Columbia. You know, I want to go to Macon. I want to go to these types of places, man. Like the places that your favorite artists don't go no more. The places where the so-called revolutionary, the revolutionaries who are on a bigger scale. Sometimes, you know, I forgot about it. Like, we got to go to Brookhaven, Mississippi, the place where I'm from. We got to go back to these spots. Think about where Shuttlesworth and people like that in Alabama, the type of work that they did. We got to go back to these smaller towns, like where people don't have a voice, you know. And that's sort of what I'm doing with the God Box lecture series. Like, I'm working on that. You know, I'm working on trying to do and be around the people who don't have an opportunity to get spoken to or to get spoken about. And yeah, I'm great because I'm a grown ass man. I don't fake it no more. Yeah, I am who I am, and I'm proud of it. And that's one thing that you can't fight. It's getting older. Shout out to Savannah, Georgia. I appreciate y'all. Burlington, North Carolina, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Just thank y'all for everything. Oh, I want to tell y'all about one more thing before I leave. The Black Power Awards in Atlanta, it was so dope, man. It was breathtaking. I had an opportunity to host it with Cyrock, and it was what I wanted to see in America. It was like, wasn't nobody beefing with each other. You know, the Moors, the nation, like everybody was together, and it was really, 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 really dope. I hadn't seen nothing like it in a very, very long time. Packed house. Sorry about that. They keep calling my phone. But It was beautiful. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, go pre-order the God Box. We're having the God Box meeting today. And I'll talk to y'all about why the God Box is taking so long. South Haven, Mississippi, what up? Alexandria, Louisiana, I love y'all. And I'm going to explain that to y'all. It's a rationale and reason why. Just pre-order it right now, the God Box. Like Lynn Burton say, hood by hood. Texas, PA,